What is up, guys? Orbital-Pilot back here once again in the world of Warthunder. Now, I know it's been a couple of months, actually 5 to be exact, so I am terribly sorry. But hey, what do you guys think of the new intro? Like it? Hate it? I don't know. There's a couple things I want to do to it, but it was my first time using Final Cut to make an actual dedicated intro. I didn't want a Warthunder intro, just in case I wanted to post some other content, and then I kind of felt it wasn't super on topic if I was going to post something else that day, or for that video. I didn't really want it to be another replica of my old intro, which I felt was laggy and kind of old at this point. So hopefully this one's a little bit higher quality. I also am using a couple different things. Before I start talking about that, let's get back into the gameplay. This is the Typhoon Mk.1b with 420mm Hispanos, and they are fully upgraded, so they're pretty much cheat machines at this point. They shoot ridiculously straight and with 800 meters of convergence. Yeah, this poor guy, he never stood a chance. I think I blew off most of his left wing control there. And finish him off right now. So yeah, this plane is fully upgraded. I don't think I have like cover. I think that's the only thing. Other than that, pretty much everything on the plane is upgraded. Now the tall 154, I've actually been out of the meta of this game for a while, so I'm having to like go back and kind of relearn some of the planes. Some of them are new. Helicopters got recently added too. More on that in another video, though. I want to do a helicopter specific video. They are awesome though, and an incredible amount of fun to fly. So turning back around, I actually see a BF-110. Now what he's doing at this altitude and at this tier, I don't know. I'm not sure if the BF-110 is at this actual battle rating. I hope not. Take him on in the head-on. I get struck a little bit in that elevator, but not too much of an issue. So pull up vertical, he actually goes for a flat spin, which at this point, it's pretty much the worst thing that can happen to an actual pilot. There's almost nothing you can do to pull out of that, especially not in a 1940s era BF-110 fighter. So take him out quite easily. Almost no leading is necessary for something like that, even if he is falling. Flat spins, you fall at like 60-70 miles an hour, which a real pilot, that would be one of the most terrifying things, because you're just literally a sitting duck and there's nothing you can do. So yeah, I mean, I'm joking wrong, there's some maneuvers I'm sure they teach, but yeah, you're pretty much a sitting duck. There's not a lot you can help yourself with. So moving on to the battle, now I've actually taken out 2 players and their team is actually kind of dwindling. I believe there's 3 or 4 more players, and one of them is at some altitude and the other one is actually landing. So going back and actually talking about what I was talking about before with the actual channel, the new intro is much better in my opinion. It also kind of diversifies my channel, makes it look a little bit more professional, but I am trying something new. So now we're actually recording on to an SSD, have everything fully set up. And what was the other big thing? Okay, so now we're actually rendering everything on Final Cut Pro, on a new MacBook Pro. So hopefully it looks a little bit better. I've learned a couple things while I've been gone about certain renderings and stuff. The actual recording is an MP4 now and not I think it was a RAW format, some sort of RAW format. And it was huge. It was part of the big hassle with actually making videos. Actually took up most of the time. So basically I had to go and record, just like normal, just like I am here in this gameplay. But then the problem would be I had to actually change that over to an MP4, because trying to edit and stuff with video sizes of 30-40 gigs is absolutely ridiculous. And unless you have some serious fast, like maybe a Thunderbolt 3 SSD external, it's an absolute pain trying to edit things that are 40 gigs. Not to mention, fills up hard drives pretty quick, even if you do have a terabyte hard drive or so. And because I like to edit on my MacBook, I like to be able to store my files on, flash drives or SD cards. So recording on MP4 now is much easier, because now instead of 40 gigs, it's 1.5 gigs, which sure probably cuts the quality a little bit in terms of the RAW format. But considering I was going from RAW to MP4 to a MOV file, it was probably cutting that quality down way more. So hopefully FPS is a little bit more steady, quality is a little bit better, and the overall feel of the channel is a little bit more professional. Obviously, I'm still in college, I'm a CS student, so I don't have a lot of time to devote to making things look, top notch. I do have enough time to make it look decent and actually have something I'm proud of putting up. So that's the new goal. Let me know what you guys think, though, in the comments down below. Microphone quality, everything should be different, hopefully better. I've made, in my mind, everything better, but sometimes it can be a little bit biased. So getting back into the gameplay a little bit, I am just circling up here. I have no interest in that AAA. I did play a couple games, getting back into it, and so far that AAA seems to be as deadly as ever. I don't know what the deal is, but it's like laser guided ballistic missiles. It's insane to even go for anything up there. Another thing real quick is this is a different account. I'm going to rename it to Orbital-Pilot hopefully very soon. Actually, I'll probably do that next time I play. So if you guys do see me, feel free to add me as a friend or message me or whatever. And the big thing is that this account, because it is an actual full CS account, or I'm sorry, not CS, computer account, this is not my main account. And so I don't have all the planes I have upgraded, or even have. I don't have all the jets I had, or all the tanks, or all of that. So the big thing is, now I have to grind out a lot of those things again, which, don't get me wrong, have some premium vehicles, premium account. It shouldn't take forever, but still, it's a big grind. And so the past account, that one you saw me playing every other game before this, was a PS4 account. And I can't work with Gaijin very well with a PS4 account, so I decided to transfer back to my 6-year-old account. And I cannot believe I've been playing this game for that long. But yeah, so my 6-year-old account switched back to that one, and actually, I'm actually going to have a chance to get some help and grind some things out. Maybe put some different type of content on the channel, maybe tank or maybe boat, helicopter. Considering now we have everything. This game made a lot of progress while I was away, not playing it. And a lot of things I actually like better. So hopefully it stays that way. I've definitely enjoyed helicopter gameplay. I think it's a lot of fun. Even I think there's some balancing things to go through. But other than that, and the helicopter controls, don't get me wrong, it's definitely easier than flying in real life, I imagine. I've heard huge reports of helicopters being like trying to balance things on broomsticks and everything. This game makes it really, even in realistic, mouse aim it's almost cheat mode, pretty much takeoff. It's like 2-3 steps above maybe Battlefield. So if you ever played Battlefield and flown their helicopters, it's a little bit more difficult and accurate than that. But other than that, there's a lot of cool things, like the yaw and everything works really well. Prop, the rotors, the speed, all works incredibly well done, to be honest. It's much better than what I thought was kind of going to be implemented, because to be honest, I didn't think helicopters were ever going to be implemented. So yeah, no, it's good. Everything came out really well. The tank gameplay so far I've played is really good. Surprisingly enough, I think the game, like I said, is better than when I left, or take that little break. So yeah, should be good. But getting back into the gameplay, C202 over here, I believe this is the last guy. SpaceX is going down. He was at 10,000 feet or something, or 10,000 meters, I think. Yeah, absolutely insane. I told him he was living up to his name. The problem is 10,000 meters going all the way down there does not make it the easiest to actually get people. Now, the Typhoon is a great plane all around. It climbs decently, I will say. Not great, but decently, especially when you have it all upgraded. The cannons are the best thing about the plane. It turns alright. At low speeds, it does suffer quite a bit. It's kind of big and heavy, bulky. Definitely not a Spitfire if you're used to it, but it does have a faster straight line speed, and a higher dive rate. It's kind of the energy fighter of the Bruton line, in my opinion. One of my favorite lower tier fighters for sure. And the 420 mils, I like 800 meters convergence personally. I think it's the easiest to fight with. I think it gives you the most variation of how you can fight, as long as the guns aren't too far apart. But other than that, the guns are the best I could ask for. The only ones I like more are the ones on the F2 Saber, which, I mean, duh, it's an F2 Saber. But yeah, no, these cannons are probably the best in the game. Much better than the M51 cannon, or the 151. It's been a while. Yeah, much better than the German cannons, in my opinion. A little bit easier to shoot, higher velocity, and they have a much faster fire rate. So it's much easier to get people in that line of fire if you want to draw a line. And personally, I use air targets, because air targets, well, I don't know why you wouldn't. They're devastating. Tracers you can use to learn the guns a little bit if you are new to the Hispanos. But keep in mind, I didn't play for 6 months, and the first game I was quite easily able to get some kills racked up. So it doesn't take a whole lot of practice with these guns to be good at them. So going back up, he did knock out my oil pan, it looks like. So I am pretty much out of oil, which means my engine's going to overheat. It's going to blow up here soon. So it's probably time to go ahead and end the game. And that takes the 3rd kill for the game. So putting him to another flat spin somehow. This was a game of flat spins. And yeah, overall the Typhoon is a great plane. If you guys haven't gone and flown it out and kind of upgraded everything, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. It's a great tier of Warthunder, in my opinion. So in the comments down below, guys, let me know what you think of this video, of the new intro especially. That's what I'm super curious about. And until next time, fly safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.